The Jeffrey Epstein client list is out. 3 enormous document dumps, most of it unredacted. We're going to tell you who's on the list and what it means. Will Johnson, we've waited months and months and months. And finally, the Epstein client list is out as a result of the Ghislaine Maxwell suit. It's almost like it's a disappointment because you can't figure out why the names are all there exactly, what people did or didn't do exactly. And when I see the pictures of these young girls with like Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton, I mean, even supposedly Stephen Hawking, who was totally paralyzed in a wheelchair, and he couldn't even speak, he was there on the plane. It's really curious. Let's start off with this. Do we have the information we want yet? And can we do anything with it? Or is there more coming that we really want that we didn't get?
I think there's more that we didn't get because we're talking about people in high places, high profile people, even above the Clintons that, are on this list and they don't want it to come out, because, why do you think Epstein hung himself? Because, Christmas ornaments don't hang themselves. Let me just put that out there.
Are you suggesting he committed suicide, contrary to what everyone thinks?
Every single time there's a case where there's high profile people involved, that person ends up in an accident, disappearing, or they take themselves out, 2 bullets in the back of the head even. It's always that case.
After they wrap themselves in a rug and drag themselves in the rug into the park in Washington, D.C. Oh, sorry, that was Clinton's lawyer.
Exactly. Exactly. I think there's probably more to these documents than we will ever know, Barry. We won't ever know the full extent of the corruption, of the perversion, and how they were all involved. And the one thing that really gets me is how they show pictures where President Trump was talking to Epstein. They show videos where President Trump, where he actually got a ride one time with Epstein on the plane, and everyone know it was just he was like a taxi for the most part, right? He said, "I need a lift from here to here." He said, "Fine, you can come with us," right? That's what all that was about. There's never been any indication or any record, even leftist progressives even acknowledge it, that President Trump ever set foot on the Pedo Island.
Well, actually, from what I've been reading, first of all, there's 900 pages of documents, 900 pages, thousands of pictures, right? 3 different batches that the judge released, mostly unredacted. It seems like Trump is the only one that didn't partake of the, how shall we call it, entertainment on Epstein Island. And everybody that was accusing him of being just like Clinton and all these other people, they've gotten quiet now. And ironically, Trump is the one that banned him from Mar-a-Lago and said the attorney general ought to investigate him as a child predator. So of all these famous people, one guy stood up and said, "Bad dude, he's banned. I think there's something nefarious here and he ought to go to jail." That was Donald J. Trump.
And there was even the case where Trump went to a party that they were having, and because he lived in Florida as well, Epstein, and allegedly President Trump said that, "Wow, must be a really cool guy. He's opening up his, pool to the neighborhood kids." And then he was there and he realized what was like something's not right, and President Trump, Donald Trump at the time, got up and said, "You know what? I'm out of here. Something's not right." And he got out. And they all know it. They acknowledge it, but they don't care about the truth, Barry. They all look at it and say, "Well, he just talked to him. President Trump lived on the same planet with Epstein, so he must be guilty."
That's a good line. He was on Earth.
Yeah.
Therefore, guilty.
Yeah, at the same time.
You know what? I think we should put that press release out. I got news for you. It'll be all over places like by the afternoon. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
If we put the news out, there may be more coming. We'll see if anybody goes down for it. I was under the impression there was rock solid evidence that people like Prince Andrew would go to jail for 1,000 years. I guess not.
No, not when you're filthy rich and you're sitting on billions of dollars and you're over countries and all of it, all the stuff involved. They'll just make it go away. Create a false flag. Cue it now.
Start a war.
Yeah.
Look over there.